let's talk about something huge, a real, honest-to-goodness growth engine built specifically for your dealership. Today, we're going to dive into what's called the social saturation program. All right, let's be real. This is the question that keeps every dealer up at night, right? The market is just so crowded, it's noisy. How in the world do you cut through all of that and find the people who aren't just kicking tires, but are ready to sign the papers today?
And this image? Wow, it just says it all, doesn't it? Think of your entire market as this massive sea of people. Most of them, yeah, they're just browsing. Maybe they'll buy a car in 6 months, maybe a year. But look closely. See that small group? They're the gold. They are the ones actively shopping. And these are the folks we call hand raisers.
So what exactly is a hand raiser? It's not just about age or income. Nope, it's about action. It's somebody who, right now, is doing things that scream, "I'm ready to buy a car." And focusing on them, well, it's not just a smart move. It's pretty much the only way to get that real, tangible growth we're all after. Okay, so the million-dollar question is, how do you actually find these people? And not just find them, but convert them. Well, that's exactly where the social saturation program comes into play. Think of it as that new growth engine your dealership's been looking for. And I gotta stress this word, systematic. This isn't about, boosting a few Facebook posts and crossing your fingers. No way. This is a complete A to Z system built from the ground up to help you dominate your local market by zeroing in on only those high-intent buyers. So, what's the secret sauce? Well, the real power here is in its 5-step life cycle. And the key thing to get is that it's a continuous process. It literally gets smarter and more powerful the longer it runs. So let's pull back the curtain and see how it works. Right here, this is probably the biggest difference maker. It's a life cycle, not just a one-off campaign. You know how most advertising works, right? You run an ad, it ends, and poof, you're back to square one. This is the complete opposite. It's designed to build on itself to compound month after month after month. So here's the roadmap for that life cycle. It's 5 simple steps: foundation, expansion, activation, conversion, and finally, continuous growth. Let's walk through each one. Okay, step 1, foundation. It all kicks off with the most valuable thing you already have, your own customer data. Your CRM is a goldmine. We activate that first-party database because, let's face it, your best next customer is very often a past customer. We're starting on solid ground here. Then we move to step 2, expansion. And this is where we really go on the attack. We bring in a carefully selected conquest list of potential buyers in your area. And these aren't just random people. These are folks who are almost certainly shopping your competition right now. All right, step 3, activation. We've got our audience. Now we roll out coordinated campaigns across email and Meta. The goal here is super simple. We want them to engage. A click, a comment, a like, anything that sends a signal. We're basically getting them to raise their hand and say, "Hey, I'm interested." And this is the magic moment. Step 4, conversion. As soon as someone from that competitor list engages with your ad, something incredible happens. They're not just a name on a third-party list anymore. Boom, they're now part of your first-party audience. You own that contact. That's a huge shift. And that brings us to the final step, number 5, continuous growth. The whole cycle just repeats and gets stronger. We retarget that audience you now own, and we keep going after that conquest list. So every single month, your audience of in-market buyers gets bigger, the system's intelligence gets sharper, and your results just keep compounding. I love this quote because it sums it all up perfectly. Your audience grows, it doesn't reset. Think about that. You're not just renting attention for a month. You are building a permanent asset for your dealership. It just keeps growing. Okay, so the theory sounds amazing, right? But talk is cheap. What about the real world? What are the actual results? Let's dive into the proof, because the numbers are what really matter. Now, before I show you the charts, we need to be clear on 2 things. You'll see database sales. That's awesome. That means you're selling to your existing customers. But the one to really watch is conquest sales. That's the holy grail. That means you literally stole a customer from your competitor down the street. That is true measurable growth. So let's take a look at Southwest CDJR. They did 23 sales from their own database. Solid. But look at this, 17 conquest sales. Let that sink in. That's 17 customers who were shopping somewhere else and ended up buying from them instead. That is a huge win. And just to show you this wasn't a fluke, let's check out Chicago Ford. I mean, talk about a competitive market. They pulled 34 sales from their database and an absolutely incredible 21 conquest sales. That's 21 families driving a Ford from their lot that would have been driving one from somebody else's.
Look, the results really do speak for themselves. This program isn't just about competing, it's about conquering your market. So if that sounds good to you, let's talk about the next step.
So I've got to ask, are you tired of just shouting into the void and hoping someone hears you? Are you ready to start having actual conversations with people who are ready to buy? Are you ready to build a smarter pipeline and start winning customers from the competition?
If you're not in your head right now, then the next step couldn't be easier. Just reach out to David Rozek. His direct number is 630-290-1319. Seriously, give him a call. Find out how this program can become the growth engine for your dealership.